So what I want to do is I want to take you through some real case studies that we've done with clients, and the reason I want to show them is because you could probably model some of these for your own business. This is Dr. Cale Copeland. His company is Victoria Family Chiropractic. Of course, he's based in Victoria. His problem and challenge was he was looking to expand his practice. Like most businesses, not a lot of business coming from the net. Unless you're really focused on doing it, not much coming through. One patient a month, stiff and growing competition, and busy, really, really busy, and not wanting to waste any of his hard-earned money on strategies that didn't work. The outcome, after implementing a little simple strategy, he went from 1 new patient a month to an average of 16 new patients per month, and that's maintained consistently for over a year. So what we did for him, a couple little things. We cleaned up his SEO, developed a strategy to increase his reviews, but the biggest thing that we did for him is we created 5 little 3 to 4 minute audios. In fact, just I'm going to get you to play one for me, if you will, just a second here, so that we could give Dr. Cale a voice to build credibility, garner trust, and to increase the conversion rate of the people that were landing on his website. Because he had a fair bit of traffic, but it wasn't converting into an actual phone call into somebody booking an appointment. So let's paint the picture here for a second. He's a chiropractor. One of the services he offers is neck adjustments and working with people who have whiplash. So you can imagine if you've been in a car accident, you could probably really appreciate this. Are we good? There we go. Look at this. That's all right. Perfect. There's the noise. Okay, so imagine that your neck is sore, you're hurting, you're probably a little bit frustrated, you're maybe a little angry at the person that ran into you, you're a little bit nervous, you know you've got somebody that's going to be, you have to deal with the insurance company now. It's just a mess. You weren't expecting this. You weren't planning for this. Somebody says go out in the net, do a little search. You come across a little page that looks like this, and all of a sudden a little audio begins to play. And you hear, and let me just kind of tee it up for a second, you'll hear a little bit of music, you'll hear a professional host. If you're being interviewed by somebody, what does that mean you are, typically? An authority, an expert? Subconsciously, even people think that. So you'll hear the host come in, and then you'll hear her welcome the doctor, and then the purpose of this call, we call it the audio attention grabber. What it's designed to do is grab the attention of that visitor that just landed on the page. So let's just play it for a second there, Justin.
I'm your host, Kimberly Henley, and I'm here with Dr. Cale Copeland from Victoria Family Chiropractic, and we're discussing chiropractic care and how it relates to a motor vehicle accident. You know, when you get in an accident, you ask questions like, who's going to fix my car? What will I drive in the meantime when my insurance rates go up and who's going to pay for it? Those are all important questions. But the big question is, am I really okay? Dr. Copeland?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, you know, from a chiropractic perspective.
That's great. So you can hear. So now what Dr. Cale's going to do, he's going to answer 2 or 3 of the most important questions that somebody who is experiencing that probably has. They get to hear his voice. He gets the position to be positioned as the expert. It's 3.5 minutes long, so we're not taking a lot of time. We've slowed the visitor down. They've been out looking around, clicking around. It's one thing to get them to your site. It's a whole other thing to slow them down, get their attention, and then get them to take an action. A lot of people ask me, so how do you make money with a podcast? How do you actually convert a visitor or a listener into an actual paying customer, whether it be a patient for a chiropractic office or a customer for an attorney, an accountant, a bookkeeper, any type of business professional, any type of business, pretty much, period. So let's fast forward to the end of that a little bit. So we're about 2.5 minutes in. Let's play the last 60 seconds, and you'll hear what we call the call to action. And just imagine that you're that person, though. You're this person, and you're looking for some help. You're frustrated. It's like, I hurt. I'm not sleeping well. And then you hear, and then this ends up like this.
Is this chiropractic treatment replace other medical care that you might receive?
No, absolutely not. In fact, oftentimes during more
thank you so much for sharing that information. Can you think of someone who might benefit from what we've covered here today? They'll thank you for forwarding this on to them. If you're interested in scheduling a consultation, you can see Dr. Copeland's phone number in the top right-hand corner of the page. You can follow us on Twitter at ChiroCale. That's ChiroCale. And you can join us on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Copeland. Dr. Copeland from Victoria Family Chiropractic.
So that's resulted in over 200 new patients for him in the last year. When you factor in the number of times they come back, the lifetime value of a customer, the number of people that they refer, it's made a substantial impact in his business. In addition, just on a side note or sidebar, podcasting offers many, many SEO benefits that may not be totally apparent. In his particular case, he is ranking in either the number 1 or 2 position now for all of the major keywords that matter to him most. So you can see him there, number 1 in the map results, top of the list, under the paid ad, and number 1 in the natural results.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.